What is cybersecurity? Protecting systems, networks, and data from cyber threat. This is the key thing we're talking about when we're saying cybersecurity. So when we have your networking systems or your computers or devices, your datas or other resources residing on the internet or digitally anywhere. The concept of protecting this is what we refer to about cybersecurity. Now, having understanding cybersecurity, there are three major concepts in cybersecurity, which is called the CIA triad. So this concept is talking about the confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And basically, when you say confidentiality, you are talking about something that only you know, privacy. You're talking about keeping information to yourself. Integrity is talking about your information or your data is kept intact, is not altered, is not compromised. For example, if you are sending a message to someone, you expect that the message get delivered to the person the way you send it, and nobody is going to tamper with it or change the content of your message. This is integrity. Then when we're talking about availability, availability means anytime you need that information or anytime the person that who has the right to those information has a need for that information or that data, the person can access it. That means the data is available for use whenever there is need for that data that is available. So these three key things are what cybersecurity is all centered about, or what cybersecurity is catering for or protecting within your system. Now, examples of confidentiality. When you're talking about confidentiality, you're talking about password protection, for instance, for your social media account. So you log into your Facebook or your Discord channel or your TikTok, your password is confidential. It's something only you should know. Once your password becomes available to everybody, it's no longer confidential. So that's an example of what we talk about confidentiality or what cybersecurity is tending to protect. Now, integrity, ensuring that no one can tamper with your school exam results. So, in your school, for instance, once your results are marked or your papers are marked and your scores are recorded, if someone have access to the computer or to the systems or the teacher system and eventually go to change or alter the results, for example, maybe you have scored 90 and the person brings it down to 50, that is integrity. That data or that result is no longer having integrity. That means it has been compromised. That is an example of integrity. And then finally, we're talking about availability, making sure that your files are accessible when you need it. For example, if you keep your books or your textbook or your documents or your results somewhere and you need to reference it at any point in time and you cannot get access to it, that means it's not available. So cybersecurity ensures that these three key things are kept intact: your confidentiality, your integrity, and the availability of your data. Now, what is digital sustainability? So when we talk about digital sustainability, we are simply saying adopting technology in a way that reduces environmental impact and promotes the ethical use of technology. So sustainability is all about doing things that does not negatively impact your environment or impact the people around you, or things that does not negatively cause harm or negatively affect people around you. So when you are talking about digital sustainability, you are talking about how technology is being used in such a way that it does not harm your environment. For example, the way you use your mobile phones, the way you use your laptop, the way you use your TV should not cause an harm to the environment. Now, what is digital waste? Digital waste is an unnecessary energy consumption. Basically, we are talking about unnecessary energy consumption and e-waste created by either outdated or inefficient technology practices. So now you have your email, you have loads and loads of messages stored in your email that not relevant to you and you kept them there. You should take time and delete them and empty your storage, your digital storage. Or maybe you are making use of outdated devices and you litter everywhere with devices that are no longer use to you. These devices are supposed to be recycled or supposed to be sent back for proper disposing or proper processing. So digital waste is an example, or avoiding digital waste is as an example of maintaining, or getting involved with digital sustainability. Now, how can you reduce digital waste? An example is turning off devices when you are not in use. So leaving your TV to be on when nobody is watching, or leaving your device to be running when nobody is making use of it, you are wasting energy. Putting on your iron or ironing your clothes for school and you leave the iron on, nobody is using it, you are wasting energy. So those are the examples of digital waste. Or maybe you have your old electronics, like I mentioned, your TV, your mobile phone that you are no longer using. Find a way to properly dispose it, either recycle it or send it back to the factory or sell it off for people who will ethically, take care of these ways and make sure that they are not littering the environment. Also, minimize data storage. What you don't need or what you don't have need of, again, delete those content. Use of energy efficient technology. So when you use energy efficient, for example, when you are using light bulbs that are energy efficient, you are also reducing digital waste.